I've got you a variety of different things here, mate.
I noticed that.
What do you want?
Well, I'm actually off the grog.
Are you? No, you're not.
No. Well, this week I've had a few big weeks.
I saw you.
I was going to say, yes, no, you haven't seen me. It was after 12 o'clock. It's my alter ego. So
I've seen you a few times.
yeah.
Last 2 times I've seen you was at Brick Factory.
God.
And the 2 times that I saw you, which was probably in the last couple of months. It was last weekend, wasn't it? Weekend before that?
No, I wouldn't have. No,
A few weeks ago?
Yeah, okay. Hit me with
Have
it.
you seen yourself drunk?
Oh,
Like paralytic? Have you seen yourself paralytic?
do not talk about that. No. Obviously. I have regrets every Sunday.
So the Brick Factory is 10 to 2, right? You always seem to rock up about 1:30 a.m. and your eyes are cross-eyed and
Oh, my God, don't. You give me secondhand embarrassment thinking about
you
it.
can barely stand up. You'll come up to the front of the stage, you'll look at me, and then next minute I just don't see you.
I have an image to uphold. Stop this. I'm about to leave already.
That's quite funny.
No, it is. Yeah, well, it's funny for others. That is business Ben and play Ben are very two different people.
I reckon. Because what we see on social media.
That's real, obviously.
So really, only some people should really see you like that.
Yeah.
They should feel privileged. Is that right?
I wouldn't call it privileged.
I would.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the people that holding me against.
Do you ever like the next day after you go out? Do you ever get people like tell you stories of how you were and
Yeah.
and you're always like, fuck, did that really happen?
Yeah. Every week.
So when you go out, are you going out after like working late or something like that, or?
Well, I like to call it networking. I go out on the reason I'm going out to socialise, to network, not to obviously have 20,000 vodka bloody sodas, but that's what it ended up happening. So the networking turns into partying, and next thing, Sunday morning, and I'm full of regrets. No, I shouldn't say full of regrets. Look, I have fun. I have more fun on the Saturday as opposed to the Sunday. Don't we all? I'm still like to think I'm in my 20s and not 42, though. That's the problem.
That's crazy.
I'm only as young as a man, if you will.
That's right. All right, let's start.
Okay. Oh, isn't that started?
No, we're just getting comfortable.
Can I get you just to lower your mic a little bit?
Ben?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, that's probably a bit better. All right.
Yep.
No worries.
Thank you.
You think you know me.
Ben O'Brien, it's a pleasure to have you here, mate.
Thank you, Adam De Silva.
I'm actually, all the guests I've had in, I've got to be honest, I'm probably more excited about this one than all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's one of us.
Yeah.
I don't know am I nervous? Am I excited?
Well, it's good to have you in, mate.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Normally I start with like, let's go right back to, the start of everything and then do it in order.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you straight up, how's life at the moment?
Life's amazing. Obviously, I'm not sure, well, you're probably aware, like after many years of owning a salon and running salons for like I've been in the hair industry now for like 20 years, in the hair and bridal industry, made the decision to pivot my career and sell. Nearly 4 months ago now. So
you've sold the salon?
Yeah, we've sold. Yeah, Sam and I have sold the salon 4 months ago, and I'm a freelance. I'm still working in the salon a couple of days a week for the new owners, which is really good. I'm actually back now to probably not being the business person and being that hairdresser and being that creative person again. So, which is great. So I have that side of things, working with my clients and just going in the salon, working and leaving, as well as concentrating now on building and continuing to build my freelance brand as well.
So when you say you've sold it to people that you know, or
yeah. So the owners they actually went to TAFE with Sam, so back 12 years ago. So Brett, the new owner, she has 2 other salons as well. So she comes with experience, which is great. And said it's just a nice change for me to actually have that step back as well after so long in the industry. managing and owning staff. I just shouldn't say owning staff, but that side of things.
And it's still Rebel.
Yep. It's still the same. So we're still there a couple of days. Well, Sam's there more than me. I've stepped back, because as I said, I wanted to concentrate now on my freelance stuff, just working for myself, which I'm enjoying.
So when you say you work like a few days a week, is that to help them out, or is that because clients want you?
Yeah, like I still have a client base, and which as a hairdresser, I feel you shouldn't say owe it to the clients, but you build a connection over the years with so many, and like I've had clients for years, so you don't want to let them down. Like I said, I still enjoy. I feel like now more so than ever, I'm actually enjoying being back in the salon because I don't have that extra stress of managing the staff. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
with
they're my colleagues now.
Yeah.
As opposed to my employees, which is great.
Yeah.
And
that mean you can stuff around more.
Yeah. I know. or not talk if I don't want to. But no, I'd like to think I'm a nice colleague now. And I've still, as you probably know, like I started with Mum as well, and she's in the industry still up like 45 years later. She's semi-retired.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you knew that.
No.
An old Norfolk boy. I thought you knew that.
No, I had no idea actually, to be honest.
Okay. No. Well, obviously you don't follow me. Thank you. And my journey. Thank you. Not.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So Mum's still there just one day a week as well. She's semi-retired now. Just does the same sort of thing as I do, and just sees the clients one day a week.
Yeah.
Sam's in the salon 4 to 5 at the moment as well. So and look, it's just. People have asked me since selling, what's your next step? And do you know what, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's the exciting part, is just seeing where everything goes and what happens. And
so with the freelance stuff, that's just is it just weddings?
Yeah, weddings, events, different, one-on-one education with newcomers and things like that. Yeah, so but that's predominantly where I am at. Like, in any event styling, whatever it is, working. I'm getting a chance now to work with some other brands and things like that as well, which is exciting. So that's where we'll see where that leads to.
So you going out on your own, or is Sam with you?
No, I'm on my own, just under my own name. It's Ben O'Brien.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Look, Sam will come on next year as well, probably a little bit just to help with. A bit of assisting and things like that. And I've got a couple of girls that still work with me, helping assist. Yeah, bigger parties, if I've got a couple of events in the one day. So that's awesome. I've seen the photo you put up.
I don't know. Was it a camper van or is it actually a work trailer?
Well, it's. It looks good though, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Did you comment on that or
no? Okay. I'm guessing that I'm pretty sure it was a new.
So you're one of those people that don't know much. You stalk, but you don't.
I stalked you because I've got you on, and I thought I better just
better see what
he's up to.
So the story about that van. I bought that van a couple of years ago, on the idea is I'll go away, take the van, be a freelancer, take the van, go and stay, because I get to travel a lot as well with weddings, a lot around the state. And interstate, but I thought it'd be great to travel on the East Coast on the weekend and then stay in my camper van. Like in my van, would take my car and van. That was 2 years ago. The van's in storage. I haven't used it yet, but I'm planning to. It looks good, but I haven't actually slept in it or used it. But this year is.
What did you pay for it?
Oh God, don't ask. Next question. Is this my version or that everyone's going to hear, or is it?
It's your version.
The pretend version, yeah.
So it was not really an investment. It's just like,
it was just to
chuck some money at it and let it sit there for a bit.
Yeah, and hopefully get money back.
It seems pretty.
Look,
what year is it? Because it seems like
it is brand new.
Yeah.
Jaco made a killing out of me, but look, it's only 2 years. 2022. And
you got a new Jeep too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an upgrade?
Yeah.
You love your Jeep, don't you?
I do. Why do Sam? I'm shocking at wasting money. No, not I wouldn't say wasting. I like to. I'm a spur of the moment buy. I buy shit, and then
Have you got a lot of toys?
Yeah, I not so much now. Like I've had jet skis, bloody motorbikes, because I've had probably 3 scooters over the years. Did I use them? No, I didn't, because I thought I'd go and get my motorbike license and realised I actually didn't like riding motorbikes. But I've had 3 scooters. I just do stupid shit like that. But
it's a bit like me. Well, you work hard, so why not really?
Yeah, well that's it. Don't have kids. Just 6.
So how many hours do you work a week on average?
Well, now I still probably do. I still work full time out. Like so, in the salon, I'm doing roughly 20, 24 hours, like 2 days, 2 full days a week.
Yeah.
Then I'm like I can do anywhere in excess of like 2 to 5 weddings a week. So it really depends on how many weddings. So, when I have the wedding, like that many weddings, like I probably won't work as much in the salon. But yeah, like this, especially this peak season, and as you know, like you've been in the industry as well, it gets really busy.
Yeah.
Like so now, as I said before, I do a lot of traveling around, like on the East Coast, and so that's where, it's not always big weddings, but it's like elopements or smaller parties. So, at this time of year with the peak season now in my current period, I'm probably averaging 4 to 5 weddings a week. So still working full time hours. Even though people are like, oh, you don't work on Mondays and Tuesdays. Oh, what do you got with all this spare time? It's not like the spare time. Yeah, I'm not in the salon, but obviously as a now changing my brand you're spending a lot more time on the socials and spending a lot more time connecting and and educating yourself and meeting with the right people and that as well, just to keep keep furthering my career where I can.
So when
in saying that though, like I think how long I still like to think I'm in my 20s as well, but when you're like, where do I keep on going in my 40s and pushing it further, or do I just sit back and just be comfortable now? I don't know.
That's the question I was going to ask you. So when you sold the salon, and you went freelancing, all your clients at Rebel, wouldn't they have all just gone with you anyway? So Rebel, the salon, wouldn't that have just nearly gone out of business, kind of?
No, definitely. Like when you sell a business, like obviously when we sold it, we didn't just sell the business to anyone. We wanted to find the right fit, because we built this brand from nothing. Yeah. Like we built Rebel from nothing. So we wanted to make sure it continues the whole Rebel brand with the right people. Whether in 5 years' time or whatever, Sam or I aren't there or whatever, it's still got, we've got 13 staff there that works there. So they've all got clients. They've all got great names, and that was important to both Sam and I, that we didn't want to sell a salon just to anyone and see it, not prosper. I want to see it grow, like I said, and I think we did really well with Britt and her brand, and she has the same passion about what we do, and nothing, as it said, nothing lasts forever, and it was a time for Sam and I to step away from it. But we would also hate to see the salon go, not continue. Just take it to a different level, so. And
obviously, Rebel is something you created. Where did the name come from, anyway? Was you a rebel when you were young?
Yeah, I like to think I am. I'm probably more of a rebel now than when I was younger. That's the true story, though.
You should have taken the name with you.
I know. I should. It was like, do you remember? There was like the Thomas Abo range that they had. It was a few years ago. It was called Rebel Heart or something like that. I don't know. I think it was probably sitting around one night, and I don't know how. I actually don't know how it happened. We were sitting around, probably having a few drinks, talking about it, and was it like, I think it was like the Thomas Abo. There was a collection called Rebel Heart or something, and along those lines. Yeah. So,
and when did you actually start?
When the opening the sound.
Yeah. When did you open it?
It was like the 11th of July, 2016 it must have been.
Oh yeah.
We started with just myself and Sam, my mum, Ben. Oh, my mum. I'm Ben. My mum, Marianne.
You've had too many drinks already.
Yeah, thanks. My mum and Katie, who's worked for us as well for many years. So Katie, another Norfolk girl actually, who has now also, like she's still at the salon one day a week. She is also a TAFE teacher, so she teaches at the TAFE for apprentices, but she's also coming on now again with my career being a bit more of a PA / social media content, like grabbing content for me while doing my events and weddings. So which is really good to have her. She's great. So started with the four of us and was only ever going to have a small salon. Yeah. And it just happened because 8 years ago I was just going to continue to do what I'm doing now, and just to be probably not, even 8 years ago, I probably wasn't as busy with weddings as what I am now and events, but I was always still busy. And I feel, then all of a sudden it grew, and then we got one staff and then another staff member, and then all of a sudden I had to get an apprentice because we didn't have an apprentice because we had, excuse me, obviously too many senior hairdressers, which we need help. And then all of a sudden we're in a salon where it was a 5-station salon and 2 basins, and it was a small area. Yeah. Because that was always only going to be a small place. So then we had to start knocking out walls, and then we did another little renovation on this place that we originally started with, and then we got more staff, and so that's how it happened. Yeah. I don't know. That just continued to grow, which was So
your mum is her career was hairdressing, was it?
Yeah.
So you followed in that footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't start my career in hairdressing until I was nearly 23.
What did you do before that?
Well, if you follow my socials, I did a whole thing about it the other week. What did I do? Have a look on there. You're so excited to listen to about me and my career. Okay, and you didn't. Yeah. So what I did before that was, I left school. I was a beauty school dropout. Well, it wasn't even a beauty school dropout. I finished year 10. Then I went to college for about 6 months, and then I just didn't love college. So I decided, and with the lead up to it all, I actually wanted to be, in grade 9 and 10, I did food, tech, not anything to do with food, because the only thing I wanted to be was a chef. Yeah. So I left school. I got a traineeship as a pastry chef down at Salamanca when I was 16. So that it was my dream job. At 16, getting a job as a pastry chef, a dream job at 16 with no license, living in New Norfolk and starting at 2 a.m. every morning. It's not a so I had obviously. My parents were still together at that stage, so they were taking in turns driving from Norfolk every day, driving from Norfolk to Salamanca at 1 o'clock in the morning to take me to work. And then, so I did my traineeship it was about 18 months.
Was that like Banjos or something?
No, it was a baker. It was the original Zoom Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. I did it, but then I realised, I hate cooking. I hate cooking. I hate the early mornings. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing? I've left school. So anyway, so I left. Left, and I actually went and worked. Because my grandparents and family have had hotels over the years. So I went and worked my uncle who had Cooley's Hotel at the time. So I worked there for a while. Did some, bar work, worked behind bars and did that and then a couple of years later I got a job and then I got a job at Qantas here in Hobart, where I worked on the ground here at Qantas at the telesales. So I did that for a couple of years, and I got a transfer to Brisbane when I was about 20. Can't remember. So long ago. No, not really, but so long ago. And then so after that, I moved to Brisbane and then I got a transfer with Qantas. So I was working with Qantas part-time in Brisbane, And then I got a job down at Draculas on the Gold Coast. So that was
Oh,
was where Fabulous was born. My
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
So I worked at the theatre there for 2 years, which was amazing. It was an amazing career. It was something. Still to this day, I have so many amazing memories, amazing friends. Something I always thought I'd, I think when you're in your 20s, like I just want to do this forever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I knew it was something I couldn't do forever. You can't, it wasn't the job that you could probably do forever, but the memories and everything about it was amazing, and had, still to this date, some of the best memories. So, and then I decided, like, I always knew back when I was younger that I had that little bit of passion and a bit of flair for hair. So I often said to Mum, I should do this as a career, and she probably, I guess, talked me out of it in a sense. Anyway, so I decided I wanted to do it. I moved back to Tassie. I actually got an apprenticeship in Salamanca. Started my apprenticeship in Salamanca, which I was lucky enough. Like, obviously a bit older. Like, I was nearly 23. And that's where it started, and here we are ever since.
So when you got into hairdressing, like you obviously started from the ground up and worked your way up. What qualifications do you have as a hairdresser apart from the experience now? But back then, did you learn from your mum, or did you?
And so
originally,
no. So originally, you do an apprenticeship.
So you did a full 4 years,
a full apprenticeship.
Yeah, right,
so to be a qualified hairdresser, you have to run you have to study a TAFE, and do your qualification as a hairdresser. But then obviously things are a lot over the years. You, like any job, you specialize, you continue to educate. And that's obviously on your back if you wanted to do that. And that's where I found, early on in my career, I found a niche. That's where I loved styling and brides, and I love being a part of that. So that's where I really focused over the years on that. So,
and how long have you been actually doing or being in the wedding industry for?
I'm old now. I'm old hand at it now. I'd say like this will be. I'll be coming up to like nearly 15 years in the actual hair industry. So like, I apologise to some of my brides many years ago, like thinking that I knew everything, and I still don't. You know what I mean? But that you have to start somewhere. And I was so fresh out of my apprenticeship, but I think that's where I just wanted to do it. So you have to sometimes you just have to believe in yourself and just do it. And said I've always been so passionate about continued education, especially in what my field is in the bridal industry, and I still do it now. I've only just recently got back from Brisbane for a quick education day, and I'm always
you're still constantly learning.
100%. I want to continue to grow, and there's so many amazing, influential people now, especially in like out my field of hairdressing on social media, and that build have amazing brands. So that's where I guess you still get inspired. So but it's it's still a challenge.
So unfortunately, right, there's only one Ben O'Brien, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
There's only room for one.
Yeah.
So what do you do when a bride wants to book you for her wedding and you're already booked? Like, do you have brides going, I'm going to change my date because I want you?
It also comes down to some people are really focused on, they want to have hair and makeup is very important to them. Some people want to have a certain photographer. Some people want to have a certain celebrant. So they will work around or a venue. It already depends what's important to each and everyone. Yeah. Some people probably couldn't give a shit about hair and makeup. Some people couldn't give a shit who marries them. You know what I mean? It just really depends on what you are focused on.
Yeah.
But I have had brides, many over the years, I guess, change their date because I'm not available or whatever, And I guess as well, like, you've worked with me and seen how amazing I am with my brides, right? Yeah. Thank you. Yes, thank you for clarifying that. But it's also about bringing the vibe. Like, you need to have a skill set. Don't get me wrong. But you also need to have a vibe. You need to bring, and like people often say to me, still, do you get brides dealers? I don't, touch wood, you don't really get that because
Yeah.
it's how you are on the day. It's how you react with brides, and it's and how you make them feel. If you're a bride's stressed when you're not feeling confident, or just really can't be fucking in there.
Yeah.
But I wake up every morning. I still love to this day doing what I do, and the day it stops is the day I'll stop hairdressing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think if you're not only cheating me, my brand, but you're cheating out everyone else who books you. It's like so, and that's I shouldn't say that's why I left the salon, like because I still enjoy the salon, but I couldn't do everything anymore. You know what I mean? I couldn't run a salon and oversee a salon when I wasn't there as enough, and I also couldn't expect Sam to do it by himself. So that's why we made the decision to do what we did.
Well, every time I used to rock up to a wedding, like I won't talk about me too much, but when I used to rock,
your eyes used to light up. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's Ben.
I was full time wedding videographer from roughly 2014 to 2020.
Yeah,
COVID was what fucked me up.
Yeah,
but from those years, I was full time, obviously almost every weekend, and I'd rock up and I was one of those guys. I didn't want too much information. Like I just wanted addresses, venue. That was basically it. That's all I needed. I didn't want to be overwhelmed with every detail because it just photographer is different, but videographer is kind of like go with the flow sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I would leave in the morning, and as you know, you get there prior to hair and makeup getting finished, and I'd always think to myself, who the fuck am I going to have today? Like it's just it's going to be one of those days. Because everyone that's at that wedding makes your day.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And I'd always rock up, and 9 times out of 10, it'll be you and Liv.
I was going to say, so do you know, and that's the thing, still to now, and we're saying about how long we've been doing this, like people like Liv and I are still there doing it, still hanging on, probably, no, but we're still there doing it together, like still a lot, I've worked with so many, there's so much amazing talent here in Hobart, like hair, makeup, whatever field, photography, even like florist, whatever, but you choose your people, like you work with the same, when you work with the same people all the time, you just tend to get booked at the same time. But like I said, I don't always, a lot of the time now we work together, and I said we're still there. But we've seen a lot of people come and go, and like you said before, COVID changed the industry a lot. But I sometimes think as well, it changed the industry for a lot, but sometimes for the good, because I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing a lot more elopements and things like that now, where I'm a lot more travel. So traveling on, chilling in the car, driving on. I get to see so many amazing locations. And sometimes I feel like you take that for granted as well. Like I've seen, these places I get to stay at and travel to. Like I'm like, wow, they're amazing. But that's why I do a lot more of these sort of weddings since COVID, because a lot of people don't want that big wedding anymore. You know what I mean?
100%.
Where there's 150 people and they want the elopements. And pre-COVID, I did very few elopements. Now, and hence why I'm probably doing 4 and 5 weddings a week, because probably 2 of those are elopements on the East Coast or the north of the state or even down here. So that's why.
So how often do you travel interstate for a wedding?
I'm probably doing it on average at the moment about 4 or 5 a year.
And how are they people that are from Tassie that have moved and then they know you, or how?
Yeah, or they've been they've been that, or say I've worked with them before, and they've been a bridesmaid for something, and they've lived in the States. So that's where I find there's a lot of repeat clientele from that. So either it's or I'm say for example someone in Tassie's getting married in the States, so they'll fly fly their vendors there, and obviously next year I'm traveling with a few other vendors as well, which is some amazing vendors. We're doing. I've been booked for Italy next year as well, which is good. So this will be my first European summer in weddings, which will be great. So just got the one booked at the moment, but hopefully over the next 12 months I'll be able to.
That's pretty surreal, really, when you think about we're traveling that far for.
But also as well, like even just the Australian industry in hair and makeup, we're so talented and so forward at what we do here, and I think you said, and that's why I feel like now there's a lot of people. It's, you know, a lot of hair and makeup artists do that European summer now because there's, you know, a lot of people travel to, you know, to Europe for weddings, and for what it probably, you know, by flying your vendors over there, it's not a lot of difference, and you can have who you know, you may know them, feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, so I feel like it's happening more and more now, where a lot of Australian vendors are doing that European summer, and you know, and that's again what gives me the opportunity now to do that, because I probably wouldn't have done that if having the salon. Like, you'd still feel obliged to be in the salon.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to leave for a month.
So how do you, like, obviously with your field of work, like, how, like, do you work? You said you had Monday, Tuesday off. Is that right? But obviously, if someone wanted you, you would obviously work around it.
100%, yeah.
So with one of the reasons I got out of it, obviously with COVID, but it was time for me to get out of it because it was just every Saturday gone for years and years and years and years, and I just couldn't.
That's one big thing you have to, I guess, shouldn't say it comes it's part of the job. People get married on weekends.
Yeah,
So if you want to be a bridal stylist, you got to work on weekends. And that's what I've always said to a couple of younger girls that, you know, that want to do weddings and that, or they only want to work, you know, not as many hours. But if you want to be some sort of stylist, especially starting in the industry, you're going to need to work weekends.
Yeah.
And that's that's the reality, you know.
So do you have in your your yearly calendar? Do you have a block out?
Yeah, I do. Like I try to take like the down season off, like more the May, June, that time of season. You know, it's just, you know, there may be a time where I can have a Saturday, you know, if I plan. But I book out now at least 12 to 18 months in advance. Yeah. And so, you know, I've opened up 2026 now, and up until Saturday. It's only Saturdays. Obviously, midweeks and Fridays are a bit easier. But Saturdays until March 2026 now, it's pretty much booked. So
when you work with Liv, like, it's not a coincidence that you two are together, is it? It's more planned that way.
Yeah,
you two just work really well together.
Yeah, you do, and like I guess as well, like again, the power of things like social media as well. When you know, whoever's sharing work or sharing, you know, photography or whatever, that's where people see that you work together, so they just feel comfortable booking whoever, you know. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I said that's, you just find your jam, find out who you work with. But I said there's so many and don't get me wrong, there's so many amazing, talented hair and makeup and any other vendors here in Tassie. So we're very spoiled, and brides are very spoiled.
So do you think that one day when you decide to just step back and not go out on the field anymore, do you think you would just be teaching? Do you think that's something that you'll do, or do you think, nah, it's your little secret?
I don't. Yeah, it's a secret. I'll probably just be the brick factory every Saturday night drinking.
Probably.
You know, that old drunk 65-year-old gay man. Oh, that's me. It gives me. I'm scared thinking about it. No. I don't know. Like, I've thought about it, but you know, I have done obviously education over the years, and you know, I've taught. You know, I've taught over the years, like just, you know, the day-to-day, you know, people, you know, styling that as well. So that's, I guess, it's really hard to say. I guess
it's a big part of your life, though. I mean,
look, I do, and I still.
You think Ben O'Brien, you think,
do you?
Hairdresser? You know, like that's
thank you.
You know, that's you. That's yeah.
Is there, like you said, only one Ben O'Brien?
but when I think of you though, like, to be honest, like, I know you're from Norfolk. I'm assuming you went to Norfolk High.
No.
You must have.
I went to St. Virgil's.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a good little Catholic boy.
So how do you know Nina so well? Or back in the day?
Well, you know what a small town's like. You just... I grew up in Norfolk. My family were from Norfolk. So everyone was from Norfolk.
Why didn't you go to Norfolk High then? You didn't want to, or...?
No, I'm a good little Catholic boy. So I went to St. Bridget's in New Norfolk.
The primary school, yeah.
And then I went to St. Virgil's. Because I think that's where all my friends were going.
Yeah, right.
I fucking hated St. Virgil's.
Yeah.
No, I just don't think I like school.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been better if I concentrated.
What does it matter now?
Oh, who cares? I like art. I liked art. I liked food technology. And what else?
Yeah, same.
Oh, I like Japanese.
I wanted some veggies as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
36.
Oh, you're young.
Yeah.
Did you really go to some vegetables?
Yeah. Yeah, Nina was the only one that went to public school, yeah.
Norfolk High.
That's why she's dumb.
Oh.
So let's go back, Ben. Let's go back.
Okay.
So you went to some virtuals.
Yes.
When did you realise that you were gay?
Oh God, I don't know. Like, I guess do you know what? It's always like you always think about it.
Did you have a girlfriend when you were a teenager?
Yeah. A couple of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Couple of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like proper girlfriends.
Yeah,
But
right.
like, yeah.
So full on relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I was young, like, but you. Oh God. Yeah, you had girlfriends.
Yeah. So when did it become a thing? It was like, yeah, this is who I am.
I feel like as you got older, and do you know one thing it took me to move away, like obviously, and keep in mind, like I said, I'm, you know, now at this day and age, and you know, it's so much easier. Like I shouldn't say easier, I guess. Like I'm in the 90s when I was at the high school. Fuck, that sounds old, doesn't it? It was harder, I guess. You know, it wasn't as people didn't come out. You know,
Yeah.
they come out as such at such a young age. So I think when I moved away and moved to Brisbane and found I moved away with some awesome friends. Few of my still who are a few of my closest friends today that I live with, and you know had just found myself in Brisbane. I felt like I had to move away, and came back.
Yeah.
That big flamboyant character.
That's
I came back as Fabulous.
Yeah.
So that was my name. And I guess, do you know what as well? Like I said, working in a theatre and working as a character, that order, again, another order.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my character was this big flamboyant character called Fabulous. So it was like a Frankenfurter style character that I played. So I was just, again, that creative side of me, got to experience that. And, and then,
So when you came back, your nickname was Fabulous?
Yeah.
How long did that stick for? So I've never heard that.
It still is. I'm
Is
Fabulous.
it?
Yeah, no. Oh, look, I guess that people, more so my friends in Brisbane, and even like still call me that.
Yeah.
That's
good to know now.
Is it?
When I see you at the Brick Factory next time.
But no, bullshit. I'm not going there anymore. Anyway, yeah. So moving on. No.
So when did you meet How, and when did you meet Sam?
Oh God. So I met Sam. I was working in New Norfolk at Mum's salon. Mum had a salon in New Norfolk at the time. And Sam was 18 and a half. So I like to say 18 and a half. It sounds better than 18. I was 30. Yes, don't look at me like that. Yes, I was at... So there's 12 years difference between Sam and I. And he was young, and he was working at Banjo's over the road. And yeah, I don't know how it happened. I cut his hair a couple of times, and like he had a girlfriend at that stage too. One thing led to another. We were friends, and here we are. Yeah. I guess a lot of
so it's been.
And don't get me wrong, I know from the start people, which is fair enough. I have no judgment on that, because I have no judgment. I know people judged and questioned the integrity of it all. But as I said, like nearly 13 years later, I can look, having businesses and what we've got and achieved together. Like, I knew, we've still got an amazing relationship. So we're very lucky.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was hard at first.
Yeah.
And
so how did your parents
take it?
Yeah. Early on.
About me being gay, or about the relationship with Sam?
Probably
the relationship.
Both, yeah.
I remember Mum, obviously Mum, because I'm like, oh Mum, I've got a new partner. I told Mum this, and she goes, saying, she goes, Ben, what the fuck are you doing? He's 18. And I'm like, I remember saying that to me, but I'm like, Mum, it's real, you know.
So it wasn't the age. It wasn't.
No, like, I think it was like even everyone was concerned. You know, it was a big thing. And do you know what? Back in 12 years ago, like there wasn't. I like to say like you think it was nearly the only gay in the village in Norfolk. You know,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
all, and then obviously being the hairdresser, and everyone thought, oh my god, and Sam being young and whatever, and it's just it was understandable.
Yeah.
And I totally understand why people, but like here we are.
You know what's funny? I don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh God, what?
But I always thought you guys were roughly the same age.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
So I don't know whether you're just a lot younger or whether he's a lot older.
No, I'm a lot younger.
Yeah, you do. You don't look 42 at all.
Thank you, Adam.
Like you look probably my age.
What are you, 36? Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You had to know, didn't you?
I'm happy with 36. Look, it's had a bit of look. I'm probably due under these big lights again now, but it has helped with a bit of anti-wrinkle and a bit of filler here and there. Like it's good to have friends in business like that to look after you. Thank you.
Big shout out.
Thank you. Yeah. But and that's I love when people say that though. Like, I don't think we look 12 years difference. Are you being honest by saying that?
I swear to God, yeah. I thought.
Thank you.
I knew you were roughly the same age as my sister because that's.
So you thought Sam was in his nearly 40s?
Well, I didn't think of it like that, but I just never ever thought.
Yeah, I suppose people just don't think.
You don't go. Oh, he's way younger. Like he just.
I don't look like that old man with.
No.
Okay, thank you.
No, not at all. No.
That's good.
No. You know what's funny? So I was playing at the bush in a few weeks last week.
The old bush.
Last weekend, I think, weekend before that. And front row was Sam's mum.
Oh, Alison. She
I'm assuming Sam's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legend. Oh, Wayno. And Al. They're good. They're very good. Good parent.
And it was really funny, right? So they were sitting at the table, but there was, about a meter. There was a table number, and a palmy just sitting there by itself. And it was sitting there and like a good half an hour. And I got on the mic and I said, I think I said hello to Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
Then I said, is that your palmy there? It's getting cold, And then Sam's mum, Alison, was it?
Alison, yeah.
The first thing that she done was grab the table number, because it was 69. And I just had to laugh and she's like, look at this number. I just couldn't help but think that I think Sam growing up, and even when you guys got together, that it would have been fun being around.
Yeah,
his parents,
they are amazing in laws.
Yeah.
They've done so much for myself and Sam. Obviously, they've been so when you genuinely have in-laws, you actually genuinely like. So I'm very lucky in that regard. So I've got a very good relationship with them.
Yeah. So your parents
separated. Yeah.
Are they still in Norfolk?
No, Mum's here. Like I'm really close to Mum. My dad and I don't really have much of a relationship these days.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I have, that side of things is.
So you and your mum are like real close, or yeah.
Like we are. Like I said, we've worked. We've always been close growing up, or say when I was growing up, but obviously, we've owned salons and managed salons and things like that over 20 years. Like that, we have had more arguments now and probably since my career.
Yeah.
Than ever, because I never fought with Mum growing up because I just love Mum, and I obviously still do.
Yeah.
But when you're two different, I shouldn't say two different, but like two business people that have different ideas, that's when you clash sometimes. Yeah. And also have to remember, Mum is in her 60s and been hairdressing for 45 years, and her hairdressing body after 45 years is pretty hard on your body. So I used to be like, Mum, for fuck's sake, get up and help. Like, but Mum's legs and knees are like, and it is. And like I said, she's not many people could do what she's done after 45 years and been in business for, nearly 20 and, done that. So, and said, we've always been very close. I'm close to my nan. I've just got my nan, old Queeno. Everyone knows Queeno on social. I feel like most of my people that follow me just follow for Nan. Yeah. She's pretty funny. Although you probably don't see her, do you? No, that's right, because that's why you don't watch my socials. Okay. Anyway, another thing. Watch Queeno.
So you and Sam married?
No,
What? How come?
because we're not.
Why? What's the reason? Everyone watching this now is going,
I
"Come
know,
on, what's
yeah,
going?
I know.
What's
That-
the answer, Ben?"
There may be a surprise. No, wait there. Do you know what? I think because I work in the industry down here, and there are so many. Look,
I
we've
think
spo- we've
I think
spoken-
your answer is going to be similar to mine. But go on.
we've spoke about it. Don't get me wrong. We've spoken about it. There's so many amazing people that I work with as I've said before, in their chosen fields, whether it be photography, celebrant, florist, makeup, hair, whatever. How do you choose someone without
Offending.
someone? Because I'd have fucking 10 photographers.
Why not? Why not?
I'd have like 5 different florists. Like, I'd have 10 people marrying me, and Sam's like, "Why does this just cost 150,000?" I'm like, "Because you'll be right. Let's just do it. Let's get out of the helicopter and just arrive comfortably on that." And that's what I wanted. Originally, I wanted like a helicopter. I wanted to like roll the red carpet out, but now that's the furthest from what I want now.
If it did happen,
why didn't you want to get married?
I always say because I've been to. I mean, you've been to a fuckload more than I have, but I've been to over 400 weddings. I'm fucking sick to death of weddings. That was kind of like, fuck, I'm just fucking over weddings. That's not really the reason why I wouldn't get married, but yeah, I'm just thinking like, if it did happen, where I'm not going to get you to say names,
do you want me to do your hair?
Yeah.
Your partner's hair?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Would you change the date for me?
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I reckon she would too.
Yeah.
If I got married,
Yes.
120% you would be the hairdresser. She wouldn't have a choice.
You just make the decision.
Yeah, I'd make the decision.
Yeah, fair.
It's done. That's already done.
I'd probably be a little bit pissed off.
You'd have to come to America though.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
happy.
fly you there.
Perfect.
If we fly you there and give you a week there, you do it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, come on.
Because it's already going to cost freaking 12 grand to get you there.
Fine. Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. That sounds great though. What date?
I don't know. She's in there smiling though.
Yeah,
I bet
I
you.
can't wait. Let me know. Hurry up. Let's talk about. Let's get off and let's talk about a wedding.
We'll do that later.
Okay.
If you got married though, where would it be? Would it be in Tassie?
Again, like that's what I was saying before. Like, I'd like, if we did, Tassie's got so many amazing places, but you still have, I don't know, like then we've spoken about, like, if we ever did, do you go to, Cool Island somewhere, or just go and get married in front of Vegas? Yeah. Or do you just, we love going to
that'll save all the issues, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you got married and didn't use a certain someone or whatever it was. That'd be fucking World War III in Hobart.
That's what that's what
the rumours.
That's what I feel bad about. That I shouldn't say feel bad, but like that's what I.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know.
I reckon I'm gonna go out on a limb, and say that I reckon you get that question all the time.
Yeah. Well, am I going to get married?
Or are you getting married? But also, like, it could be someone else saying, "I'm gonna, do your makeup or whatever it is,
Oh yeah, yes,
like get first dibs.
Yes,
everyone trying to get in there and say, "I'm gonna do this," and you're just like, yeah.
Did you want to bring back the videography or something?
I'll come and
Look out.
Just do once off.
Oh, there we go.
Come out of retirement.
You come out and sing at the Brick Factory.
That'll be the after party.
For my bucks night.
Oh dear. I won't talk. I suppose Sam's not here to talk, but where's he with everything?
I don't know. No.
Is he like fucking let's do it? Or is he similar?
Yeah, like I guess. Oh God, yeah. I guess he is as such, like same as me. Do you know what? To me, even it's weird because I work in the industry. You'd think, oh, marriage. It's not something I'm like, oh, we need to get married, and he's the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh my God, if that defines our relationship.
Yeah.
Because 12 years, nearly 13 years together.
Yeah.
That's just 13 years. Yeah, 6 little Pomeranians. Oh, that's right. You don't know I've got dogs either, do you?
Yeah, I do know that.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay. You saw that. Okay.
Yeah. What suburb do you live in?
We're in Claremont now.
Oh, yeah. So still close enough to Norfolk.
Yeah, halfway.
Don't want to get too far away from there.
Halfway.
So you guys brought a house together and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. So we bought. So when I moved back to Tassie, I bought a place in West Moona. So
when you moved back to Tassie,
yeah,
we're talking like
yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah. So I bought, and saying that, not when I was doing my apprenticeship because I couldn't afford it. Yeah. So I lived back at home. Back in the day it was probably 300 whatever dollars a week. Yeah. So I was in my apprenticeship. I was actually working during the day in the salon, and then overnight I was working at Obar and.
Is it?
Over Cargo. I've been around them all. Yeah, so
that's interesting.
I worked on that side many years ago. So I'd work during the day as a hairdresser, and just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Because I went from working full-time jobs, in Brizzy, like working for Qantas and working, earning decent money as in my 20s, to going back earning first year apprenticeship wages. So that's where I had to pull my head in, and so that's where it is. So what did you say before? What was it? What were you asking before when I went into that tangent?
Well, I asked about where Sam was.
Oh no, that's right. It was saying. So I bought the house. So that's right. I bought the place in West Moona. So then I was living there, and that's when obviously Sam and I was first together, and then a couple of years late after we got together, the place next door they're just little 1-bedroom units, and so I bought the place next door to that as well. So and I just rented that out, and then a couple of years later, Sam wanted to get into the market, so he actually ended up buying my second unit off me. So we're technically we're living next door to each other. It was weird, like. So we had a unit next door to each other, all living. So we would go and have sleepovers. And
why wasn't you living together though?
Well, we were next door to each other, but then what happened was I didn't like making my house messy, so I'd go and stay with him 90% of the time. So my house was like, everyone used to come in and was like, oh my god, it's like a display house. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to sleep in it, so I'd go and sleep in Sam's house all the time. So and then I'd go back and have a shower at home, and it was literally like it's a unit block, so we're next door to each other. Like
that's crazy.
So anyway, so we still had those. We rent those units out, which we're lucky.
So you still got both?
Yeah, so we're lucky. Like we were able to, when so obviously we just before COVID we spoke about like obviously taking the next step. Like we need to, we can't live in one bedroom units next door to each other for the rest of our lives. So we decided, like obviously we had the salon, and we decided like we were looking for places to buy together, and that's when we moved to Claremont. So we were actually obviously able to, which we're very lucky, to be able to keep those 2 units as investment properties. So, but what happened was, this was just before COVID happened. So we'd put in an offer for the place at Claremont. This was probably maybe February, literally just before COVID. And they accepted the offer. And then obviously within a couple of weeks, COVID's happening. Because I was going to Airbnb my unit and Sam was going to rent his unit out. So I got all ready for Airbnb, had it all set up. Obviously then COVID's happened, so people weren't travelling, so that sat there empty. And then we closed the salon. We closed the salon for nearly 7 weeks. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm thinking, fuck, we've just bought a house together. We've closed the salon.
So the house settled. Everything was settled at that point. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to go bankrupt. That's the first thing. No. That's where, because, so it was scary. And until, obviously, it all settled a bit and, things like JobKeeper and that happened and that. But the initial shock of it were like, like, we had 2 empty units in there. We still had to pay mortgages on. Yeah. And then we had a salon that wasn't making money because it was closed.
Fucking hell. Actually, that's a good segue. So how did you cope with your business during COVID? What happened with you? Because obviously with me, like pretty much everyone cancelled.
Yeah, like we were one of the first. I feel like one of the first salons to close, No, we closed and then we stayed closed though, and we were one of the longest salons that were closed as well. I think nearly 7 weeks, but
By choice.
yeah, I think it was just that, and like I wanted to, at the time, like the staff, I just wanted to make sure, looking back in hindsight, like they were okay, like they were comfortable to be at work, and we were lucky enough to be able to qualify for JobKeeper, so we got that. So the staff in that time, the staff still had income. We still got income through jobs, so that's kept us going.
Yeah.
Because that was lucky. That's probably why Sam has the finances and not me, because that's why there was money in there to pay the staff prior. Because if I was never allowed the business card because I used to spend money and buy random shit.
So he runs the finances, does he?
Yeah.
What about you now that you're a freelancer? How does that work?
Oh, he still
does it all?
Oh no, I still I'm better now.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be now. Like running, so I'm good. But I still have things that like I ask him for a bit of advice every now and then. So he's a money person. So what happened was obviously with COVID, for the first month you had to pay. I think you had to have the money there to pay staff for a month or so before you got reimbursed. So 10, 11 staff, paying them out. So you had to pay without getting the money. So it's just taking it out of your bank account pretty much. So, and then obviously it was always that, oh shit, until you got that first initial payment, it's like, oh, there's probably some sort of, clause that we've missed and we're just going to be, that money's just going to be gone. So but we didn't, and that's where we're lucky.
Yeah.
So, but it was trying times. And then obviously...
Did it... Once the world got back together, did business boom for you after that? Did it go psycho?
Yeah, it did. Like to an extent, yeah, it did. And I think that's where it's funny where we're like, oh, we're never going to go back to working how we used to work, and like COVID's taught us a lesson. We're never going to work, but I fucking busier than ever. Yeah, you forget about that. Like there's little things you forget about until and when there's business there, you grab it. Yeah. Like, you don't know how long business is going to be there for. Yeah. So you did grab it. Like, when we opened, we had to do, there was things like bloody social distancing and all that. So, and because we were, excuse me, because we're in a small environment, like we can only have, because I think at that stage we had 11 hairdressers, but we ran it, it was like a organised chaos because we ran it really, really well. But because of the amount of square meterage and staff, staff were only still working 1 or 2 days a week and trying to get clients. Yeah, it was still a nightmare for a long time. Yeah. I just think, God, I think how lucky we were really in Tassie, how we got it. And then I think, fuck, those other people, whether
you imagine living in the city of Melbourne.
Oh, just think how
having a business there.
It's just, and I think that now, like moving forward from all this, it's like everyone said, it's the mental health, and that afterwards it's stuck around more so than the physical effects of it.
But like you said though, like I reckon if I had have stuck around after COVID, I probably would have been in a really good position. Yeah. Because when it happened, obviously pretty much 90% of all my bookings just cancel. Refund. And it put me out of business.
Yeah. And that's where it was. It was the refunding. There was a lot, obviously when you're not doing a wedding, you're refunding the client, and I was always, even after it all, and I know everyone runs business different, but I always had that leniency where I'm like, a lot of people are like, oh, no, we're not, I'd still refund to some extent, or like you take each scenario differently. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I was never, okay, this is my rule, this is my terms and conditions. You're signing this, and everything's different. Yeah,
that's how I was. Everything's different. Someone wanted to meet up with you and fill out forms, and other people just said, whatever, what's your bank details?
And then I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. So, and at the end of the day as well, I think these people sometimes like think, yes, I know I've got a business and have to survive, but then some of these people that would have been out thousands of dollars with weddings and whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So,
but it's I mean, after everything that happened, it's good that you're still, you know, you are where you are now, and
Yeah.
you probably don't regret any choice that you ever made during that time, because it's
No. Yeah, look, you can't regret anything, I
Yeah.
think. Like in it, especially, you know, there's probably, like anything, there's things I wish I probably might have done differently over the years.
Yeah,
Do I regret the decision? No, I don't. Like, because you can't. It helps you grow
yeah,
as a person, as a business person as well. Like, you know, I said I'd like to think I've done well in the industry, especially like obviously here in Tassie, but it came with hard work as well.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't sit on my ass and just wait for things to happen. You know, I hustled. I still hustle today.
yeah,
You know, I still do what I
Yeah.
have to do. You know,
Yeah.
I'll work. I'll start early to do something.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah,
you know, I'll go and I'll do. Not so much now. I'm lucky enough in the position where I don't. But, you know, you'll do things for free for that particular person on, you know, whether what that certain influencer on social media or someone, or you know, or some, you know, someone in the media. You'll do stuff.
yeah.
That's what helps. It doesn't.
You know, you know what's? Whenever I've seen you at weddings, which has been a few,
Mm.
you always treat, and maybe I'm just wrong, but you always treat your client like they're literally your best friend, like you've known them for freaking 20 years.
Oh, have I?
Like, and
Thank
I'm
you.
just like, how does fucking Ben know every single person in Tasmania?
I don't,
But it's like, I'm guessing it's just the way you are. Like, you just treat everyone the same,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you know, like
Well,
when I go
most
to
things-
weddings, I've never met these people in my life, and at the end of the night, I've probably said 3 words to them, and
And they're like, who? And then someone's like, who was that fucking creep? In the background? Someone just gate crashed the wedding with a video and is going home to watch it. The dirty perv.
no, but that's you. Most people want that. They're like videographer, we just want you to just film it as it happens, and we don't really want to see it. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
it's
Yeah,
sort
I
of
get it.
it's different. Like a photographer, they got to direct everything, and
Yeah,
I always had the easy job, really, but
yeah.
there's always long hours. Like it's always
It's
12,
long hours,
12,
but
15
and
hours.
see, the thing is that as you agree though, with my part of my career, like I'm there and done and gone,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
you're there doing it, but then you've got the editing and all that afterwards. That's where the work comes into
Yeah,
a few. So
yeah.
we're, you know, my work's more the lead up to it and chatting and
Yeah,
you know doing all
yeah.
that and just styling on the day.
So what's your process from the moment they ring you, book you, email?
I'm like, hey Joel, hey Joel, how are you? Yeah, look, now 90% of my 95% of my bookings now are through my website. So
Oh yeah,
that's where they're directed to just an inquiry form through that now, and you know I'll get back to them straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you'll catch up. You catch up?
Yeah, or give a call, have a chat. Like that.
I feel like with a bride, like
and I'll do a trial. Like,
do ya?
not always, but like some people don't want it, so which is fine. Some people are like, Joel, just do what you want. And I'm like, okay, Joel, I will. And but then, so yeah, some people want trial, and so some people are unsure. Some people are more particular than others. Like it is what it is.
so. Without saying too many details, have you got any horror stories? Just give us one.
No,
Just give us something.
No,
just give us
no,
something.
I need to think about it.
Well, think.
I know.
What's something that just went pear shaped?
I would like to think I don't have a wedding where I've walked out thinking, what the fuck have I just done?
Have you ever thought that?
No.
Really?
I'm being honest, like not to that extent. No, like obviously you have days where you're like, oh shit. Like I'm my harshest critic.
Yeah.
And some days I will leave a wedding and I'm like, fuck, that was the best I've done. Like that was the best thing. I'm fucking amazing. And then there were other times where like, fuck, I think I'm better than what I am.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I'm my harshest critic, but that's what helps you grow as a
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I feel that's, you know. But an actual horror story where I got in the car and bloody broke down, it hasn't. Look, I'm sure there's probably like there's just been some weddings that are better than others. But like I feel like now you choose, I don't know, you have a certain brand, so you have the certain clientele that follow you, so you know they know who you are, and vice versa.
Do you ever go like? Do you ever do like a bride's hair or how she wants it done, and you're just like, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Do you get that involved in it? Like you just say to them,
100%. Like because
whether you like it or not, this
yeah,
is not going to work.
Yeah, 100%. I've done it quite often.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say quite often, but I do, because if it's something that's not going to work,
yeah,
that they have an expectation that it is, and you'll be like, yeah, that's fine, we'll get it done, but you know deep down it's probably not.
Yeah.
So then they have that's where you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
And that's where you're setting yourself up for people who are like, oh shit, you know, something happened, or the hair style didn't last, but you know, there's so many reasons why. So I'm very honest in that regard now. You have to be, because it's covering your own ass, you know.
Well, for anyone that wouldn't know you, that's watching, you are the number one hairdresser in Tassie.
Thank you, Adam.
You know,
you have to say that because you got me on your podcast.
No, I don't have to say it. That's the reason you're here.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I don't.
Hey, make sure you put this bit on.
Yeah. Nothing gets cut.
Oh, really?
This is all. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So just watch what you say.
Okay.
It's a bit late now.
You're putting it all up.
What do you?
All up?
Yeah.
Even
everything.
on your Instagram page.
Everything.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't said anything.
No, it's all good, mate.
Cut worthy.
No.
Said about what I said.
I had a
great mother. I had great in-laws. I had a great okay, that's all good.
Get it all out quick.
I'm thinking okay, yeah.
How many people have you got that know you coming here?
I was chatting to Liv on the way here about it. Sam, a couple of girls from work. Well, I was meant to do it a few weeks ago, and then I forgot about them. And then literally something. I actually followed your shit, so I actually popped up. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit, I never got back to you.
Yeah.
And then that night out, you didn't talk to me. I thought you were probably shitty with me.
No, I wouldn't have been able to talk anyway, because I don't think.
I'm only joking.
But I thought, because like obviously I invite people in. Most people say, yeah, fucking keen as. Some people say, no, not really, not, you know.
Have you been knocked back before? Have you been
only by you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, I've had a couple of people say, yeah, like you did, like I'm keen, but then just don't hear from them.
Yeah.
And I don't push it because I think maybe it's just not for you. Some people just don't want to do it.
Now they'll see this and be like, oh, I want to go and do it.
But most people that come here, like not most, but every single person that's walked in here and sat there, usually when they sit there, they're like, oh shit, what do we talk about? And it's fine. Then they leave and they go, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's you know, not scary. So what do you want to tell the people that future guests? Anything you want to say? Just fucking do it. What do you want to say to my future guests that are hesitant?
Oh, come and do it. Look, sitting next to a strapping young man like Adam De Silva. You know, probably, I do have my own podcast coming up. Ben O'Brien Hairstylist. Watch the podcast.
Yeah,
it's about me.
I'd love to.
I'm gunning for a new job on Brekkie Radio with my friend Sarah. No, I'm joking.
I'll be a guest, won't I?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
How did you meet my sister?
Oh, mate, I don't know.
Any stories about her?
No.
No.
Like, Nina and I knew each other, but like we weren't, because I obviously went to St Virgil's because people, Norfolk High School, people didn't really talk to St Virgil's people. But my cousin, who I'm really close, my cousin Brooke Salter.
Oh yeah.
You're saying yes, but you don't actually.
Yeah, Nina's our friend.
Nina's friend. So that's how I guess, because like Brooke and I, there's 20 days difference between Brooke and I. So we've grown up together pretty much as cousins, but as brother and sister. So we've always been close. Brooke and I lived together in Brisbane. We've always lived together and done, shouldn't say always lived together, but lived, and still to this day really close. So a lot of Brooke's friends and I became friends. Yeah. I became friends with through Brooke. So
you know why they stopped talking, don't you?
Who?
Brooke and Nina.
No, they. I didn't know they don't talk.
Well, I don't know the story, but I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So Nina's boyfriend Matthew Pierce.
Oh yeah.
Brooke and Matthew got together.
Oh
yeah.
I live with Brooke and Matthew.
I'm pretty sure it was Brooke.
I didn't know Nina and Brooke were Nina and Matt were boyfriend and girlfriend. Good, that must have been.
Yeah, they were like first love.
It was the first love. Yeah, it must have been. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then Brooke got with Matt.
Oh,
And then Nina and that.
Cut.
I mean, I was only a little kid.
Yeah.
I was hoping you had some stories to tell about my sister, but no, it doesn't matter.
I actually don't. Like, I remember like straight Ben thought Nina was a pretty girl. Thank you, Nina. She'll love that. When growing up, though, like, because I was that nerdy little St. Virgil's boy.
Was you?
That had a shaved head and like a blonde fringe.
Oh yeah.
And then I grew it all out and had like a big long undercut. And because my mum was a hairdresser, I had blonde tips at the stage put through my hair, and I got called Poofter back in those days.
I'll tell you what, I was hoping. I honestly thought you went to Norfolk High, and I was going to be like, a good segue into that would have been like, how did you either? Actually, I think it's ignorant to say you didn't turn gay. You were always gay. Is that a thing?
I guess so.
Yeah. But it would have been cool to. How did
it happen?
If you went to
the transition to it?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
but it would have been cool to talk if you did go to Norfolk High, because it would have been.
It was different. It was different to obviously
St. Virgil's. I think would have been. It would have been kind of.
In saying it though, in a way, I feel like, because I have a lot of girlfriends as well, and like I've always had a lot of girlfriends. That's where and I obviously got a lot of mates as well. Like in that I don't want to sound like I've got a lot of mates, got a lot of but obviously growing up, I had lots of different, but because I had a lot of girlfriends, that's why I really enjoyed. I loved primary school because it was co-ed, and then I went to Guildford Jungle for that 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And because it was a co-ed, because I had a girl, that whole all boys school was hard for me, even though you probably think all boys school.
Yeah, I used to get that all the time.
But you know what? I wasn't a footballer.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to play. I was just too scared. I was a scaredy cat. I was
the same. I hated sports.
I was a scaredy cat. So I played badminton. I played badminton. So he's playing the trombone. He likes food technology. His best friend is his Japanese teacher, and he plays badminton. It says gay, right? Like, yeah, there you go. But yeah, and so who was your principal when you were there? Brother Barclay?
Smith.
No, wrong person.
He was after Barclay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I get that all the time. Like if you said you were.
I thought you played rugby.
Nah.
Oh.
No, ball sports and me don't mix. I used to wear my blazer on sport days just so I didn't have to do it.
Oh, really?
And I'd just get detention.
I liked wearing my sports uniform, but I just didn't like doing sport. Like,
yeah,
I used to be a bit scared. I hated playing football because I'd hurt myself. I was a scaredy cat back then. What happened?
We got a few questions now, Ben.
Yeah. What have you been asking now?
I should change the subject. Why are your teeth so fucking white?
I just bleached the shit out of them.
Fucking hell, they're the whitest teeth I've ever seen. Literally.
You. Really?
I get compliments all the time, but you make mine not look that great.
Yeah, yours are white too. Yeah.
Not as white as yours.
I just bleach them. I like it all the time. Probably too much.
So when you're 60, they'll all just fall out.
Yeah. They'll go and get some veneers in Thailand.
Yeah, we got a bit of trivia. You good at trivia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
No, not really. What sort of trivia?
We'll find out.
Okay.
All right. We've got a bit of fun trivia for you.
Okay. Here we go.
See how smart you have been.
Are you going to ask what date I'm available for your wedding? Is that not?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's book it in now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all thanks to Adam as well. Hey.
Don't blame me.
Hey, it was all you. All right. First one is, if a man wants to perform better in the bedroom, what should he lower? A, his cholesterol. B, his calorie intake. 3, the amount of meat consumed. Or 4, time spent in the shower.
Did you make these up?
No.
Where'd you find these? Actually true.
Yeah, cholesterol.
No, what was the third? Cholesterol. What was the other one?
Cholesterol, calorie intake, the amount of meat consumed.
Calorie intake.
It's cholesterol.
Ah.
Why? Because you have a heart attack.
I suppose that's actually true.
Yeah, that's saying. Yeah, I'm thinking
calorie intake. It's like same thing almost.
Yeah, more calories eat, the more cholesterol. I know.
Mm. Just cholesterol just made
So
sense.
you didn't make these up?
Time in the shower.
Yeah, well, true.
All right, next one is having sex for an hour burns as many calories as which of the following? Swimming for 45 minutes, running a 5-minute mile, biking for 10 miles, or jogging for 30 minutes?
It depends on how
How hard you
hard,
are.
how hard you go, what time of night it is. I'd like to say 30 minutes jogging.
That's what I was going to say. D.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is it?
Oh, well, I went for a jog today, so it's good.
Ready to go.
You don't need to do nothing tonight, Ben.
No.
You've already done
I'm
it.
too tired. I'm still recovering from food poisoning. Give me a break.
All right, next one is wearing which item of clothing might increase your likelihood of orgasm? A is socks, B t-shirt, C is underwear, and D is hat.
Hat. I'm saying hat because I wear hat.
Socks.
It is socks.
What does it do though? What's the sock do to increase it? Does it rub against the sheets?
Do you ever you're doing it and your socks on, the first thing you get off is your socks? That's weird.
Yeah.
It's always the first thing you get rid of is the socks.
Maybe it's something to do with like the heat.
Yeah, maybe.
The heat of, keeping the heat in your feet.
An ankle sock or a
elsewhere.
long sock?
Makes the blood run elsewhere.
Yeah. Wow. All these. I feel like I'm on a what's it called? Dolly Doctor segment now. I'm talking about all this sex talk.
Right.
We thought it'd be good for you,
Yeah.
Ben. Hey?
Oh God. Okay.
All right, next one is how big is the largest
Oh,
penis on
that's-
record?
oh. Wow.
How big what?
The largest penis in record.
How big is the largest penis on record? 12 inches, 12 and a half inches, 13 inches, or 13 and a half inches?
Well, I'd just say
13 and a half.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's the biggest one.
It's the biggest one.
Yeah,
It could have been like 12, 15, 18.
yeah, random numbers there.
Yeah.
No, 13 and a half inches.
Could have been like
is it.
23.
All right, next one is what is the speed of an ejaculation? 10 miles per hour. These are American questions, obviously. 18 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour, or 28 miles per hour?
What was the first one? 30.
18.
10.
18.
10.
10, 18, 20,
18.
or 28. It's actually 28.
It's fast.
What's that, like 50 kilometres an hour?
I don't know.
It's like a lunar driver.
Depends who you are.
Yeah. It also depends how young you are, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
How much is the most expensive sex toy worth? You've got 100,000, 40,000, over 1 million, or 55,000.
100,000.
Million.
Million is correct. Over $1 million is the.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
It doesn't actually tell me.
Oh. Are
Yeah.
you getting your tattoo removed?
No, it's a fake one.
Oh.
Now he just wants to show his muscles.
Okay.
I put it on there because I
You
want
wanted
to
to
get
do
a tattoo.
Ah.
So I brought a fake one to see if I'd like it.
Yeah, right. Okay. Are you getting it?
I'm not really phased, to be
Oh.
honest.
Okay. Fair.
All
Next.
right. Next question is: what male body part is comparable to a woman's G-spot?
Oh, how would I know?
Wild guess. Wild
Comparable.
What's it? Wait, what male?
Body part is
guess.
comparable.
Comparable to a woman's probably the sensitivity. I'm guessing, or the
Oh, the sense,
maybe.
the taint.
Yeah. The perineum.
The perineum. That's what I said. The taint. The thing in between.
or the foreskin, the prostate, or the testicles.
Oh. Prostate. Or the perineal. Or whatever.
What's the first one?
Yeah, perineum.
Perineum?
Yeah.
What the fuck's that?
It's in between your. In
Yeah.
between.
The gooch.
The bit in between.
The bit in between.
The Gucci.
The bit in between the
Was-
two good
yeah.
bits.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Eh?
No, it's actually the prostate.
Yeah, it's prostate. Because
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Up around.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you what. No. that actually sound. I just said that. Like, that sounded weird. No, I won't show you. But like, I'll explain it. I was going to say.
I'll explain it when you finish.
Yeah.
Explain it now, Ben.
No.
Come on.
No.
While we're rolling.
All
One more.
One more. All right. Okay, we'll go two more.
Oh.
Based on Pornhub's viewers, what porn category is the most viewed? So you got lesbian, anal, threesome, or public?
Was it lesbian?
Anal,
Anal.
threesome, or public?
Threesome.
Or anal.
It's
Is that
actually
your answer?
Or public. Or lesbian. I don't know.
What's public like? Public in the
What's
public
your public
place?
display?
Yeah, public, yeah.
What is it?
It's lesbian.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I
Well,
suppose,
you
but
think
you
about
think
it.
about it, like guys like it, girls like it, yeah.
I guess you'd think that most Pornhub viewers are male.
Girl on girl doesn't do anything for me.
Guy on guy.
I was going to say the same thing. Although I'm sure if it was right in front of him, he'd say something different.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and last one is, we'll go a random one. All right, so what sexual position was Shakespeare describing when he said it was the beast with two backs? So you've got face off, magic mountain, cowgirl, or missionary.
I don't know Shakespeare.
I know.
What was the question again?
So what sexual position was Shakespeare describing when he said it was the beast with two backs?
And what's the answers?
So you got face off.
Is face off? That'd be without your faces on it, and so you got your back on each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
The beasts with two backs.
Maybe.
What's the rest of the answers?
Magic mountain. I'm not sure. I don't know.
What's that, Ben?
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
I don't know. Google it.
Cowgirl or missionary.
Missionaries.
Well, cowgirl's only one back.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's reverse cowgirl.
That's probably what you. Yeah.
Maybe A.
I said A.
It's actually missionary.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that's done. You're all done.
Oh, great. What
Thanks.
a way to finish off.
Did you learn anything, Ben?
Yeah. Everyone likes lesbians?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except you.
Not everyone.
Except you.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
So what's the near future for Ben? What do you got coming up?
Obviously now the lead up to Christmas and the lead up to wedding season's really busy. So I've got that to look forward to in the next 6 months. It's crazy. I've got 78 weddings this season. I've already done a few. So add that up. That's between now and May. So it's pretty hectic.
That's crazy.
Luckily I've got some good people who help me. Got
That's fucking insane.
Sam, Katie, two Katie, the other Katie as well. So she's coming back to help me more. Katie and Mon as well will help as well. So I've got some really good assistants that will help me along the way to push me through.
So do you all travel together if it's
Yeah, we do.
in the same car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, and also as well, there's an amazing hairdressing community here in Hobart. If there was a reason, touch wood, someone couldn't do it. So I've got my people that help me, but like the assistants. But if I know, you can always call on some others as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, the future's looking good. It's exciting because it's unknown.
Yeah.
As I said to you earlier, this is the most free I've probably been in so long, in my whole career. So it's just really just seeing where it takes me.
Yeah.
I may be working back in bars in a couple of years.
Brick factory.
No. Leaving up on the Gold Coast working at Dreamworld.
Maybe. Draculas?
No, I'm too old for that now. Too long in the tooth.
Nah, you're not.
It's hard work.
I reckon.
Too tired. Anyway.
Thank
you for having me.
All right, Ben. Well,
thank you, Adam. So what are you going to do next? You're going to hit follow?
You think you know me?
I think I'm going to have to follow what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I got in trouble
I know.
for not knowing what you were doing and what you've been up to.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you got some Pomeranians.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I know you got a new car.
A new car, new caravan. I've
Caravan.
Also, and remember to follow Queeno.
Queeno.
Yeah. Well, no, me and my nan.
Oh yeah.
Have a watch.
It's a bit of a comedy series.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Like this.
Oh fuck yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Ben.
Thank you very much for having me.
No worries at all. You haven't missed anyone that you want to thank?
No, just thank everyone. Thanks to my fans. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you soon. My name's Ben. Thanks for coming.
Good outro, mate. Beautiful, Ben.
How was that?
That's perfect.
Look, you'll go viral now.
Fuck yeah.